know who's got joints? Fantasia. Yeah, I know what I said, but I'm changing my mind for the positive. I mean, she's got joints. By the way, keep it here, everybody. Coming up this hour, I've got a telephone call from set sider. Foxy Brown fight. And if I can't fit the following in this hour, then definitely we'll get it in next hour. I got a disgusting piece of correspondence regarding a married R&B queen and her bad boy husband. And I will just, you're going to be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, here's part 2 to that woman who faxed in last hour about being with her man for 7 years and 2 months, and she got the phone call while she was at the doctor's saying that her man has impregnated another girl, and the follow-up call said that the girl's 4 months pregnant. And I asked for more information. Well, here's the more information. Wendy, we've been together since my freshman year in college. He's still in school. We have no kids yet because we're trying to do right and get married first. This chick seems to be lying only because she disguised her voice, and I don't think I would ever really know who she is. Yeah, sidebar, unless it's your best friend or somebody like that. You know what I mean? She goes on to say, I don't think the woman... she's woman enough to really face me. As of now, it's an anonymous call. Now, you have me thinking stuff about us not being married yet. But, like I said, it started in college, and he's still getting his engineering degree. When he graduates, we plan to get married, have a family, and be happy. I think there is no baby, just someone effing with me. But why would someone want to hurt me unless they wanted him or something that he's done to create hating? People would want to hate on your happiness. Okay, so in your case, I totally understand that why you've been together for 7 years and he hasn't wifed you yet. I like you all's plan, but I would still say wait until said baby is born, if there is baby, and have your DNA test. And if by chance he's produced a child outside of your relationship, then you'll have to make the choice as to whether or not you want the oldest, that first heir to the throne to be by a jump off. Because I wouldn't. Because you've been grooming him, priming the pump for 7 years and 2 months, and now here it goes. You know, the firstborn. You'll have to. They're on the phone, Art, already.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. What's going on?
Good. Everybody, these are the unusual suspects, and they were part of the.
I don't know.
Hello.
Hey.
Now, who are we speaking with? I know the unusual suspects. How many?
It's Big D. It's 2 of us. Big D and Jim Johnson.
What's going on, guys?
What's happening?
Okay, so everybody's talking about Jackie O and Foxy Brown and what happened in the studio over the weekend.
Right, well, I guess it was less than, 12 hours ago?
Yeah, oh, wow, okay. So,
Yeah.
So what we want to know is, because all we know is that it's the press is saying Jackie O invited Foxy Brown to luxuriate there at the Circle Studio, a studio that I understand has more amenities than a lot of other ones. And that Foxy went, and she was looking forward to actually, Jackie O said, possibly doing something with Jackie O. And
Jackie O was definitely looking forward to doing something with Foxy.
And next thing you know, Foxy's overheard talking slick, and then the two girls start fighting. Now explain what the slick talk was, and who won the fight.
I don't really too much know. I don't really know why Foxy kind of went off like she did or whatever. I don't know what made her go off the way she did, but
the meds.
She just started talking, getting into it, and
how was she talking? Like greasy?
It happened so quick, it happened so fast that we was like, wow.
Okay.
You know?
All right, let me back you up because many of us who follow Foxy Brown are not shocked at this outburst. Okay,
right. This was new to us because we never seen Foxy Brown like this in person or whatever.
Yeah,
so when we saw her like really going off and like that, it was just like
okay.
All of a sudden they just went at it.
So Foxy showed up at the studio. Who was she with?
She was with her bodyguard. You know what I mean? I saw a bodyguard and a couple more cats. I don't really.
And she looked fabulous.
Because I was in the other studio. We actually had like 3 rooms going at Circle House. So
wow.
I was actually in one of the other rooms with the other artists.
Okay.
So I didn't really see Foxy when she came through.
Okay, so you didn't see what she was wearing or anything like that.
But she was
what did she?
By the other studio. The other studio was by the pool area. So she had went out there by the terrace, and we just kind of heard her like arguing and everything. That's when all of us came out the studio.
And so did the girls?
Foxy like going off and arguing. Then
did anybody start?
One thing led to another.
Did anybody start swinging? Who swung first? Who was on the ground? Hello.
Hello?
Yes. Were Foxy and
I
Jackie?
They got cut off.
Oh God. Art, can you put them on hold and bring them back up again? Hold on a moment. No, put them on a second. Can you all hear? Okay. No, put them on hold and bring it back up the way you did before. Hey, are you okay? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm asking you is, Foxy and Jackie O then started fist fighting?
There was some words exchanged, and then, after the words was exchanged, whatever, then, that's when it kind of went down, Yeah. And I didn't actually see, by the time we got outside, the fight was really over. I just overheard. I just heard Jackie O had hit her, knocked her down, and kicked her a couple times.
Well, this is what we're looking for.
It was over.
So Jackie O won the fight.
We didn't really, it happened so quickly.
But Foxy was on the ground, and Jackie O had done the kicking. Hello, hello, country. Hello.
Can she hear me, Mike?
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hey,
Art, can you judge up the mic again? Okay.
Wendy,
all right. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, fellas?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear her? Can you hear her?
Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Now we can. It
Okay.
keeps on going in and out.
Oh, terrific. Stand still, because I know that these are cell phones. Okay. So Jackie O, was Jackie O bloody? Was Foxy bloody? Hello?
Miata, we lost her again.
Hello?
You lost her again?
Hello?
Okay, I can hear her.
Okay, girlfriend, I'll talk to you. Who was bloody, Jackie O or Foxy?
Now you can hear her. Okay, they keep coming in and out.
No, Miata?
Yes.
I'd rather talk with you. Was Jackie...
I wasn't there. I'm just a rep.
Okay, what would you hear? What did you hear? We'll talk on hearsay now.
We'll talk on hearsay now?
Yeah.
Okay, Wendy, hold on. And this is only on hearsay?
Yes, and this is me and you.
Okay, hearsay is that's what happened. I mean, they went in and one person wanted to get on the track and didn't want Jackie on the track.
Okay, so Foxy wanted to...
And this is all hearsay.
There was a hot track and Foxy wanted it for herself?
That's what we're hearing.
And so Foxy was going to the studio on Jackie O's invitation thinking everything was going to be all lovely, but then somebody pressed the play button and Foxy hears a track that she wanted for herself.
That's it.
Oh, snap.
That's it right there.
Now we're getting to the bottom of it, country.
That's it right there, Mike.
Wow. Okay.
That's what happened.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about what happened. You all.
Say that again?
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about what happened. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay, Wendy, that last part, we just have to say that it's hearsay.
Oh, yes, that is hearsay.
Okay, thank you, Mama.
Bye-bye. No, case closed, people. Johnny Carson's microphone got $50,787 from an anonymous bidder. What a great piece of American history, right? Here's Johnny. But that would have been Ed's mic that said, here's Johnny. Johnny's mic was that microphone that sat on his desk, just a prop mic. We don't even know if that mic was ever plugged in or ever worked. But there's a label on the microphone. It said it's a 10-pound ribbon mic, first of all, and there's a label on it that says Johnny's mic, not Ed's, not Fred's, referring to the producer Fred DeCordovan. You see, that's something like I would do. Isn't that oddly like something I would do, Art? You know how I get possessive with my stuff? Wendy's Lysol, not Adimu's, not Art's, not Anthony. Wendy's, I put labels on stuff. Johnny was a bitch too, I say. The microphone was saved from a trash bin apparently 2 decades ago. A guy named Stan Sweeney, who worked on the show, liked how the mic looked and so on and so forth. So they took it out of retirement on Friday, and they had a 2-day auction, and it went for $50,787. Why would I think it would go for more than that? I mean, I don't know. I just thought that microphone would have been like a $100,000 or better deal. Well, whoever got it got a steal. I think they did. Dear fans, this is from Lil Kim's website. This is LilKimZone.com. A memo to the fans from Kim's lawyer, Mel Sachs. And here it is. On behalf of Lil Kim, we would like to thank each and every person who stood by her and supported her through her current ordeal. Many of you have asked about writing letters to the judge on her behalf. If you wish to write letters, please have the letters addressed to the Honorable Judge Gerald Lynch. Oh, I don't like his last name for the purpose of Kim's trial. Please do not send letters directly to the judge. You guys get ready. I'm going to give you the website one time only, okay? We have set up an email account to which all letters can be sent. Lil Kim Support at hotmail.com. Because of the nature of the situation and the fact that the judge will receive these letters, please be careful in how you write the letters. Oh, geez, Mel. You mean no wrong spelling? No run-on sentences? No ending sentences with a preposition? Oh, okay. All letters should be respectful and positive. But above all, let the judge know how much Lil Kim means to all of you. The guidelines are as follows. Dear Judge Lynch, each letter writer should, number one, brief introduction including name and that you're a fan of Lil Kim. And number two, what is special about Kim? And then Mel Sachs adds that you sign off with either respectfully, sincerely, or something like that. And then sign your name. And now here's what he does not want to see in your letter. Everybody's going to do this because they're, just so emotional. Have you ever seen what the letter writing campaign comes from? A lot of times from the really impassioned people who have time to write. I love you, but I remember when I was working at Shot 97. I mean, there was, I wanted to say thank you, but no thanks. Like the amount of I'd get a CC to me and, to the higher ups and stuff. Run on sentences, no paragraph formation, misspellings up the wazoo. Just, and it's a shame that powers that be just can't take love at face value. Unfortunately, they can't. So if you're not properly executing a letter, you'd be best off not even speaking up on Kim's part. Mel Sachs says, do not criticize the justice system. But that's going to happen. It is not fair. My cousin Pookie, has been in jail for 17 years. He didn't do it. Number two, don't criticize the judge. And you cracker judges in this country trying to lean on a brother and a sister. You know what I mean? Number three, don't criticize the verdict. And I saw the jurors. One of them was Pookie's cousin. She ain't no good. I saw her sitting up there as a juror. She got 7 kids at home and don't have no job for, 8 or whatever. Number 5, don't criticize the court case or mention it in any way. Impossible. Number 6, don't give an opinion on what her sentence should be. Simply ask for lenience. How do you spell that? I'm not talking to everybody, obviously, listening in the audience. Some of you, I can feel you getting offended through the radio. Calm down. You know who you are. Or should I say, you know who you is. Number 6, and finally, and this is impossible too, do not mention Martha Stewart or any other celebrity, especially those in the music industry. Forget about it. Mel Sachs, you'd have been better off keeping your mouth shut regarding Lil Kim's fan club, not giving a Hotmail address or any address, and just let everybody just be silent until it's read. Because this right here does more damage than good, honey. Because Oh, did I mention about the R&B queen and her bad boy husband? We'll do that next.
Wendy, man.
Now, my question is about the Kegel. Why is it every time I try to do them, I have an orgasm? Is that normal?
I don't know, but it must be pleasurable. The Wendy Williams Experience.
Yes. Yes, K Jewelers. Hey, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience, and I want to remind you that beginning Monday, you can go to wendywilliams.com and look at my little website, wendywilliamsexperience.com, rather, and look at my little website. All this week, we're in the process of downloading a bunch of pictures from Dons and Divas, from me doing the red carpet for VH1, from me, chilling in the office here, some celebrities on there, too. Just the picture gallery I want to get really just up in full. Do you know what I mean? In addition, starting Monday, May 2nd, next Monday, on wendywilliamsexperience.com, you can see all the directions on how you can enter to win some bling from K Jewelers, big sponsors of the Wendy Williams Experience. And that'd be something nice to score for Mother's Day. So, we're going to have all kind of stuff going on there on the website already. I know Clorox has a banner there. I use the Clorox cleanup wipes. You know how I am, a germnista. And so, it'll be a website worth visiting at least once, twice a week. WendyWilliamsExperience.com. See all what to doing. I'm going to have
every day.
Well, you know what? I don't want to be pushy.
No,
that's what I have you for. When do they visit? Once or twice a week?
Once or twice a day.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. In addition, you'll be able to go there and find out all the different events going on. Like if you need me to slow down as I describe, where I go on Friday nights, which is Lounge 42 in Mount Vernon for the WBLS live broadcast. You'll be able to read about that. Just a quick, zhuzh of like what the address is and the dress code and, Saturdays, Jersey City, the gallery, the Bodylicious cruise, the album, Wendy brings the heat drops on June 28th. More information, just, more information. I mean, if you care, you can visit once a month to the website.
No, once or twice a day.
Okay, see, I was trying to fall back. Art's trying to be pushy. I'll give you your extra money later. All right, so where do we go from here? Am I talking about LA weight loss?
Ooh.
Admittedly so, I just blew it. I just called myself having a salad. It was a taco salad. I swore that I had the willpower not to eat the shell. But when the shell is laden with grease and it just is so good, damn. But you know what? I could do that and bounce back. I had a 24-hour virus over the weekend, which is actually more like a 48-hour virus. I spent the whole weekend on the toilet and eating nothing. So my stomach is full. And the salad hit it. It was like bunk, 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 like a quarter dropping. But LA weight loss, I will say, I say all that to say, thank you, LA weight loss. Last year, this time, I joined the LA weight loss family. Actually, it was more like, I think the beginning of March. And it took me about 3 months to lose around 17 pounds. And 17 pounds has been off for a whole year. So this is like my 1-year anniversary. All my same jeans fit. It's just, I pull out my spring clothes from last spring. I got to get them taken in because I had too much information. Too much information. Last year, this time, I hadn't quite executed my full weight loss. So, needless to say, this spring, I like a lot of the same clothes that I already had. I'm in the process of getting them taken in and stuff. So, LA weight loss, I'll tell you what. You get the one-on-one weight loss counselor. You call her anytime that you are ready to leap and jump and eat something you shouldn't. I am no longer on the program. I am on lifetime maintenance as far as I'm concerned. But I don't need Diane. That's my counselor. You'll get one too. I don't need her to say, don't eat the shell from the taco salad because I already know that I ate nothing over the weekend. And now, unfortunately, I'm on punishment. I will eat nothing but fruit all day and I'll have 8 Brussels sprouts with no cream sauce when I get home for dinner.
No cream sauce?
No cream. I like them just regular. It's like my favorite vegetable. And majority rules in my house, so I never make them. But I happen to have picked some really good ones yesterday from the food town. Fresh ones, not in the frozen pack. So I'm going to make them. They're like the size of golf balls, the Brussels sprouts. And I like to pop the whole one in my mouth. I don't like to bite them in half. I steam them. And while they're steaming, I'm upstairs taking off my clothes from a long day and putting my robe on and stuff. By the time I come back downstairs, they're more mushy than crunchy. The only vegetable I like more mushy than crunchy, Brussels sprouts. Yeah. So I know what to do. LA Weight Loss taught me that. They're great for you also. I say all that to say, here's the number, 1-800-448-TRIM. You really do eat real food for real people. 1-800-448-TRIM. It's LA Weight Loss. Now, I know last hour I was telling the men that I was going to remind you of something going on in Queens. Do you have the full thing, or did I throw it away? No. Caller number 10 is going to win passes right now for the Medea Goes to Jail at the Beacon Theater. May 3rd through May 8th, but the passes that you're picking up are for Wednesday the 4th. Yeah, you know what it was, Art? Yeah, dial carefully and good luck. Star, I don't know whether you're just popping by or whether today's your day to intern, but as long as you're in the studio, can you get that contest winner? Sure. You look lovely. Where are you going, on a real job interview?
Oh!
Yeah, because, this is an internship.
No, yes, I did actually go on a one today.
Looking like that?
Oh, is this bad?
It better be the entertainment industry.
It was.
Thankfully. And you've showed them just enough without showing too much. Wouldn't you say, Artie boy?
Yes, I would.
It's a pinstripe. No, but it's a pinstripe suit.
It's a pinstripe suit with a too tight of a number underneath. Your breasts are way too big for that for an interview. Only for an interview. The pearls are, you don't want to, I'd love to give her a pearl necklace. All kind of creepy crap goes through men's. And then the mohawk tops it off to say, yes, you've had many pearl necklaces in your lifetime. But as long as that was in the entertainment industry, you're doing the right thing.
Yes.
Yeah, you're perfect.
Just brown down underneath. Brown.
No, it doesn't matter. I know. I understand you're trying to be conservative with the color, but the fit says...
So I need to lose her top.
No, the fit of the outfit already says you bought your knee pads when needed.
Let's get him dirty.
Only if he's a cute boss.
But you want to know what? Only if he's a cute boss, you say?
Exactly.
I hear that.
Wow.
More than one way to get ahead.
Whatever it takes, baby.
Whatever it takes.
All about that.
Was it at a record label?
It was actually at an advertising type.
Oh, same difference.
Okay, yeah, you look very creative. You're good for advertising. That's the pearls, the pinstripe suit, which is loose, the camisole underneath, which is way too tight, showing an easy 7 inches of cleavage.
And the newly purchased knee pads.
And the newly purchased knee pads.
Oh my god.
You don't have clear on your fingernails, though.
Yeah,
Did you buff them?
No, I actually always just get them just one color.
Yeah,
I mean, nude.
You look well groomed.
Thank you.
Just enough lip gloss to say that you're a professional.
Yes, yes.
And can give one.
That's what I'm talking about, Artie.
If need be.
We've already given her the business too much. I was trying to talk between me and you. If need be, I love it. And the Mohawk says, I will take off this suit either here in front of you or at home back at your place. Which one do you want it?
Honestly, if he's decent enough looking, and he's worth a lot. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, like, if
Look
he's
at Terry,
gross,
queen of
he's
all
my
interns.
boss.
Did I interview her? Did you interview her?
No, if he's my boss and he's extremely gross, I don't care how much money he's worth.
Yes.
But if he's decent looking and he's doable, just like a man says to a woman, she's doable. I would. He's doable. I do. You know what I mean?
And what if he's married?
I wouldn't do it.
Oh, lie. She's lying. You're lying because you're talking to a married woman. Go ahead and get the phone, and I will always side with the woman. Go around to the other side, so all your information. All right, so where's the information that I was supposed to give the men? Did I do something with that?
You might have put it in your throwaway pile or something.
Jeez Louise, I thought I dropped
I'll
it
go
over.
to the back and get a new one for next time, I guess.
Okay. You got to get that line before you get to the other line. All right, so we should probably just move on.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience here on 107.5 WBLS.
This is a Wendy Williams exclusive. Taking it back, baby. Taking it back. Old school short shot. Yes. The rhythm, the rebel. 2, 3. A little play from back in the day. And me, it's Wendy, man. Wendy Williams. The Wendy Williams Experience.
Sounds good. It sounds a little something like this. Ow, yeah. It's the Wendy Williams Experience, everybody. Oh, nice. How you doing, Steve? Just went on a run for me. And, sir, you have scored 10s across the board. So Friday night, I'm out late, and I wobble into Cozy Burger, this place that everybody loves to go after hours and have a turkey burger. And who do I see sitting in the booth entertaining a harem of chicks? Those were all girls, right? There were
a couple guys, yeah.
I didn't want to make direct eye contact because I was, you know, a bit tossed. I mean, it's one thing to talk about it by day when we're all here at the radio, but it's another thing to see you and the lights were up at Cozy Burger. You know what I mean? I was trying to play it off.
You look fabulous, though.
Thank you, Steve. Yep, so I went into the restaurant and I saw Steve. What was that, like 3:30 in the morning? It was late, honey.
That's why we fighting.
We all needed to be home. You know what? Ironically, and the next day is when I caught my sickness. Yeah, I had a little virus over the weekend. Okay, never you mind about that. Listen, you're just in time, everybody. All right, just follow me as I read this. I'm going to request, Art, that you turn that down to low or nothing. I can't say who, about an R&B queen and her bad boy hubby, and I'm going to refer to them from this point out as Diva and Devo. A Devo is him, and the Diva, obviously. Dear Wendy, actually, this is addressed to Arthur J. Evans at AOL.com. Did you even read this, Arthur?
No, I gave it right to you.
You gave it right to me. Yes. Do you realize that this is a fire?
Yes, it is. Well, I could tell by the first sentence.
Yes. I cannot say who I am. I'm a person who is in the public eye. But I want to tell you that Diva's former assistant is a cokehead and has admitted to using drugs and sleeping with both Diva and Devo. She is currently working for Blank Productions. By the way, whenever I say blanks and stuff, believe me when I tell you, this is a hot tamale. All names are mentioned. I'm just not talking. Blank Productions, the guy who does the promotions from back in the day. Well, she is working for him now since being fired when Diva fired all of her staff and threw a rent party. She charged people $100 per person to get in her house. And why is the big ring gone, Wendy? That's what I'm hearing, Wendy. First of all, I don't believe Diva is in need of money like that. Yeah. Okay, so that part I don't believe, but I'll continue. That's what I'm hearing, Wendy. The former employee is the daughter of a person who Diva refers to as Auntie, who is best friends with, But now, since Diva has fired both her auntie's daughters, the relationship between the two women has been strained. Now, I'm told that Devo gets high and splashes. I'm talking about Funky Spunk, you all. Gets high and splashes himself all over others in attendance, smearing ish on the walls. You know what? I could believe all this. Do you remember that incident years ago? And all right, I'll write it down in the studio. Dave Marie's coming up. Don't say this incident. Just pull close and look. Do you remember what happened there?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Does this all make sense? Okay, let me continue.
You took your memory pills today.
Yes. Splashes himself over others in attendance and smears ish all over the wall. And Diva calls from the room, a.k.a. the High Palace, with requests of pork and beans and Pepsi when she comes down from her high. She is skinny, and about that teeth thing, true. Wendy, this ex-employee is effing Diva's ex-limo driver, who is a cokehead as well. I'm sorry for reading like this, but all names have been included in this, and I'm trying my best to not include. The sister, other daughter of Auntie, is working at a soul food restaurant in Newark cleaning collard greens with a hairnet on her head. They are all cokeheads. Not only that, I'm told the main employee, oldest of both sisters, is in possession of a videotape from when Diva hired 2 sets of eyes to follow Devo. And they followed him right to a hotel where he is on tape having sex with a woman who is... Now, how'd you get up in there? Was it a garden hotel room? How did you get sex of the tape? I don't believe that part. But anyway... Unless they did in the parking lot, they were making out in front before, and it could be implied that they went inside and tore it down. Okay. on tape having sex with a woman who is one of the many women Devo has and continues to cheat on Diva with. Why Wendy is an ex-employee around 50 years old, scared to tell her story and about the tape. Well, she claims to have signed a confidentiality clause, but Wendy, after 15 years of working for someone, why doesn't this heifer have a book contract? She doesn't have Wendy, nothing. And I can't tell you where you can catch her ass getting high with another well-known record executive's mother. They are both crackheads. And I'm told that her mother, Auntie, is still going by Diva's house, cleaning and fixing the child, one of the children. Throw you off there. Food. Also, recently, one of the children went to use Diva's credit card. Went to use Diva's credit, is still going by Diva's house, card, and was turned away from the store she frequents with the little Diva, the daughter. Little Diva returned home to tell Mom what happens. A crazed Diva called the store and threatened to bust. Well, hold on, because first of all, when you're that mega, it's very easy to fall behind and forget about a payment. Doesn't mean you don't have the money. So I'm going to skip over this part right here. I'm told the reason Diva doesn't have the money like she once did is simple. Devo must have priceless shopping sprees. If he sees a pair of shoes, he's got to have them in every color and each skin. I'm told her overseas concert was canceled 2 weeks out the gate for a 6-week stretch because Devo has to be literally locked in a room locked in a room with a bowl of Coke to keep him off the stage. Damn! A couple more sentences to this story. Plus, Lindsay Lohan, A. Marie, Lamont Bentley's trials started today, too. Keep it here.
It's Wendy, man.
I got slayed so well. Made me do things I don't even do to my husband.
Oh, my God! The Wendy Williams Experience.
Yeah, everybody, it's the Wendy Williams Experience. Special shout out to everybody listening in New York City on WBLS. Men, remember I was telling you about a model search going on in Queens? Well, I found the information. So if you're interested in this, just keep it right here, and somewhere closer to the bottom of the hour, I'm going to pass along that information. All right, that's for the men. Also, shout out to everybody listening on my flagship radio station's website, WBLS.com. You know, not everybody listens to this show on the radio, and the web is a great way to grow the audience. So that, say for instance, people listening in San Antonio, Texas, maybe one day I'll be lucky enough to be on a radio station there. But for right now, I'm just accessible through WBLS.com, and it makes it so that I won't necessarily be like a total stranger. So go to WBLS.com and look at the link into the listening room or whatever.
On your page there's a link.
On my page there's a link. Okay, and a whole bunch of other stuff too. I encourage everybody to visit WBLS.com twice a day, in between visiting WendyWilliamsExperience.com.
4 times a day.
So there you go, 4 times a day to just visit around. In the meantime, here's the rest to the Diva and Devo married couple facts. And this is the most important part. Please turn this out. Wendy, more to come as soon as I know I can trust you and your people. My name is out on the streets. Where to find... I'm not even saying it. You can trust me. He would like someone to shop his book. I thought of you and your husband, Wendy, because only real nooks can handle that. What? You've come to the right place, baby. We would love to.
So he can trust you, but he can't trust me. So I can see it, right?
Well, no, because you are the link. ArthurJEvans@AOL.com.
Oh.
You were the link. However, we know that not just everybody is this person, because only we know from looking at the name, and this person will identify themselves with their street name each time, and that's how we know it's the same person. Not only can you trust us, but you can trust us to get you, hook you up with a nice book deal, too. What the hell? With a story like this about Diva and Devo? With credentials and credibility? Are you out of your mind? Oh, look at this. PSS. Let me know if you want the number to the place where the Divas stuff can be confirmed. And they live the street name. We'll give you confirmation numbers as well. So see, you see what I'm saying? They're willing to lead the experience to numbers, names, stuff, all kind of stuff. Are you kidding me? I would never big mouth a situation like this. Your secret goes with me to my grave. Because I want the exclusive on Diva and Devo and that mess over there, all that coke and whatnot. I'm holding on to this. Arthur, anytime you see something coming in from this particular person, and I'll show you behind the scenes the name.
Okay.
All right? Because a lot of people can make up a story thinking that they're adding to this, but there's only one person that knows that Art didn't even look to see the name. Today is April 25th. Does anybody know what today is? Aside from the kickoff of National Child Immunization Week. Do you know what today is? Today begins the estate trial of Lamont Bentley. And I would like to shout out to blackpressusa.com for helping me to follow this situation. Give me the typewriter. Today begins the estate resolution trial of Moesha actor Lamont Bentley, who died tragically on January 18th when he lost control of his vehicle and was ejected out of the vehicle onto the freeway where he was hit by 5 oncoming cars. Here are the specifics. Number 1, the dispute. Bentley did not have a living will, and his estate is worth $21.6 million. Yeah, exactly. You weren't here, apparently, Jamie, the day that I talked about how he got all this money. Well, you know what? When he was a young kid with that show, South Central, do you remember that show? Yeah. He got involved with the Smith-Barney Young Investors Club. Together with the other young investors, he's pooled his money with them in a loan and purchased a bunch of apartment buildings and strip malls.
Oh, my God.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, see, you wish he was alive for your chance to get at him, right? I mean, what a great kid. What a great young. I mean, So in the meantime, fighting over the money is his mother, and also his baby's mother, who he wasn't in a romantic relationship with at the time of his death. He was messing around with Paula J. Parker, the big gape smile, cute girl. But both of these women, the mother and the baby's mother of the two daughters, are fighting over $21.6 million. This is a estate trial worth following. Yes. Agree? Okay.
Update.
Okay, California law stipulates that, and we're going to get to Fat Joe, and apparently some of Fat Joe's men's got involved in a box cutter fight up in the Bronx. Ooh. Yeah, so we have to get to that, I know. And A-Marie is in traffic. Hey, A-Marie. California law stipulates that in cases where a person dies without a drawn-up will, the money of the deceased would go to the next of kin. Bentley had no siblings. His next of kin are either his mother, LaJoyce Underwood, his father passed away years ago, and his daughters, Brazil, 11, and Artesia, 9. Why would next of kin be going backward as opposed to forward? Aren't parents going backward? Yeah. I mean, if you have, children. Mm-hmm. I couldn't even think of brother or sister. Yeah, children. Okay, whatever. Apparently, LaJoyce feels different, like the mother. Plaintiff defendant. In this case, there is neither a plaintiff nor a defendant. LaJoyce Underwood, the mother, and LaDonna Fredericks, the mother of the baby's mother, are known in this trial as petitioners. LaJoyce Underwood of Milwaukee is the legal petitioner. She is, by the way, she's saying that they were, what do you call that marriage where you never walk down the aisle but you're together long enough? And I think common damn law, which They need to have that either every place or have it no place. I hate that some states are common law and some states aren't. I totally respect the common law marriage. I don't know how many years it is, but I think it needs to be 10 years. I mean, you really got to be in there, prove yourself. You be a ride or die chick. No ring, I don't care. I'm staying. You know, a ride or die dude. No ring, I don't care. I love her. 10 years, then you're considered married. I think in some states it's like 3 years you're together and all of a sudden you're married. What the hell is that? Anyway, let's continue. So, LaJoyce of Milwaukee, that's the mother. Ms. Underwood, that's her last name, is claiming that since Bentley and Miss Fredericks were never married, his two daughters are not legitimately Bentleys. So, Ms. Underwood is the only surviving next of kin. You know what? I'm hating the way this mother's sounding. Get to the capital toe. Because he kept up with all his... How's he going to call... How's she calling out that these aren't his kids? He's acknowledged these kids. The kids are grown, man. Your son might have been smart with the money, but, you know, he was loose with the... One of them's 11 and one of them's 9. This kid had kids when he was a kid. Yeah, but he was responsible. Where am I? LaDonna Fredericks, this is the baby's mother, of Society Hill, South Carolina, is the equitable petitioner. She did not initiate the trial, but she feels she is entitled to the money being contested. Ms. Fredericks, that's the baby's mother, claims, Ms. Fredericks' claim is that not only are their daughters entitled to the money, so is Ms. Fredericks herself. Because she was Bentley's common law wife. They lived together in South Carolina for 7 years. Were never married, but 7 years is long enough to be recognized as common law. I don't believe that they lived together for 7 years. I believe once he hit South Central set and all that's going on in L.A., he dumped you like a hot potato. He'd hit the skins and scram when he visit you down south and pay handsomely as far as his children are concerned. But you can say whatever because he's not here to contest. You see what I'm zhuzhing up in my mind?
You're zhuzhing up in everybody's mind.
Well, I like to zhuzh. I got that from the little gay man and from Queer Eye, from the straight guy, and he only used it for hair, but you know I use it for everything because it really makes sense. Do you remember when you zhuzh your hair, that means muss it up? Like haphazard. When I zhuzh through a story, it's just like, all right, I'm not reading every word, I'm just zhuzhing through. You zhuzh through the traffic, what are you doing? Darting in and out. A zhuzh is no blinker, just dart, dart, dart. You're zhuzhing. Right?
Like getting out.
Right. When you zhuzh through your meal, what are you doing with it?
Picking at it.
Yeah, you're eating what you can. You're not really... you could throw this away. You know what I mean? If a woman is not your girlfriend and she's a zhuzh through, what does that mean? She's a jump. Yeah, to the highest of jumptivity. Jeez.
You can zhuzh through the coochie.
A zhuzh is like you don't even know her name. So, shout out to Queer Eye. While I watch the show, very little to none. Is that show still on? Why do I look at Steve immediately? Steve, I'm not interested in the show either. But what I got from it was the zhuzh word, and I liked it. They say zhuzh your hair, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect.
It's a concept to live by.
Yeah, but not just with hair, with life. Zhuzh through it. Hurry up. All right, so today, on the docket for today, opening statements on both sides. And a thorough testimony from the Smith Barney City Group representative of Mr. Bentley's assets. Tomorrow on the docket and for the remainder of the week, attorneys will present its case on behalf of LaJoyce and on behalf of, that's tomorrow, LaJoyce's mother. That's the mother. Wednesday, we're going to hear from the attorney of the baby's mother. And Thursday, both parties will present closing arguments. And so hopefully we can wrap this up on Friday or at the very least early next week. Just know that right here, you can follow all what's a-doing with the very hefty estate trial of one Lamont Bentley. There are plenty of actors who are young and dirty rappers and R&B singers posing that would be all too lucky to have done like this man did. And let's remember, that show South Central is equivalent to selling 50,000 CDs. No money at all. Wasn't it over in a second? Like nothing. But whatever money he made from it.
He didn't mind waiting either because that money ain't liquid. It was just tied up.
No, but he was smart enough to get started during South Central. You can't count Moesha. See, South Central is the equivalent to a rapper's time when he takes whatever little money he gets and buys ice. You see what I'm saying? See what Bentley did? He took whatever little money he was making off that short-lived show, South Central, and got involved. By the time Moesha came on, he damn, I wish I could have interviewed him and found out about all this great stuff that he was doing at the time. All right, I'm following this trial all week. I hate his tragic end, but I love the stories, and I loved how he saved. Now, do we have time to talk about Fat Joe's clique and the box cutters?
If you could do it in 30 seconds.
No, honey, we've got to luxuriate. I'm not judging through that story. Well, I did. Damn, there's only one more break left in the show. So much to talk about. Fat Joe, Mariah Carey, Jay-Z, Lindsay Lohan, Us Magazine, and the racism. Some of this stuff's going to have to wait until tomorrow.
Wendy, man.
First of all, my question is, what's wrong with Fantasia? I guess maybe I'm wondering why no one wants to focus on Fantasia's talent. I mean,
because nobody can get past her team.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Another WBLS $1,000 winner.
Hi, WBLS.
Hi, Wendy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So what's your name?
Caller Ava.
Well, hi, Ava. You're caller number 10.
Thank you.
You just picked up $1,000 in quick, easy WBLS cash.
That's good. I need it.
Yeah. What are you going to do with it?
Spend it.
On yourself or on the household?
Oh, on myself, on the household.
A girl after my own heart. Congratulations, Paula. Everybody else, your next chance to pick up $1,000 in our $100,000 cash guarantee is tomorrow morning at 7:20 with Paul Mooney and Ellen and the WBLS Morning Show. Thank you so much, Ava, for listening. And let everyone know the only radio station in New York with the $100,000 guarantee cash.
107.5 WBLS.
All right, everybody. And congratulations, Ava. Okay. Now, men, concerning that model search, well, next weekend can be your first and second step to a successful modeling career. And this is addressing ladies and gentlemen. However, I will say that I think that this swings more towards men. Pierre Cardin is conducting a model search with Details Magazine and JCPenney. And that's going to be on Saturday, April 30th. Doesn't have to be so severe. I gave him the signal to turn my music bed down a little bit. All of a sudden, you hear it just drop out. Anyway, this model search is going to be, like I said, in conjunction with Details Magazine and JCPenney. It's going to be on Saturday, April 30th. It's your one big day. Just be at the Queens Center Food Court at 12 noon for a chance to model in the show. Be discovered. One of the lucky few selected to work the runway. One person will be... be discovered, be one of the lucky few. Okay, be one of the lucky few. In other words, there's going to be a few of you selected to work the runway for Pierre Cardin's men's fashion show. This is where I say this is the man thing, even though at the top of the copy it says ladies and gentlemen. But if I were a woman and I wanted to be a model, I would go just on GP. Because maybe it's not you who's wearing Pierre Cardin clothes, but maybe they need you as an escort to walk the runway to give it more of a couples type effect. It's funny, women can walk the runway, we by ourselves, it's fine, but when men do it, you need props. You know what that's for, though? That's to give you all a beard as you sashay your behinds down the runway. They're trying to man up the clothes. No, but this is good, though. Men, if you're interested in modeling, seriously, though, and being discovered, you can be one of the lucky few selected to work the runway for Pierre Cardin's men's fashion show. This is big. Now, you look for the WBLS Street Team, and Dr. Bob Lee is going to be hosting that event starting at 2 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th. But remember, if you're trying to be a model, you need to be there at 12 noon. I don't know what they can get accomplished in terms of a model search in 2 hours, but I would imagine you all line up, right? They'll be like, okay, you, no, don't even think about it as Hottie. No, next. You, like that. And then by 2 o'clock, everybody be chose, and then you all work the runway. And look, it could be the beginning to something big. I'd bring the digital camera, my grandmother to take the pictures and holler for me and the whole bit. You don't want to pass up this opportunity. If you're interested in being a model and you're a man, write down the date. This coming Saturday, April 30th, Pierre Cardin is looking for future models. Now, look, if you really work it in this particular appearance at the Queens Center Food Court on Saturday, who knows? Maybe Pierre Cardin will take you on the road with him. Miss Honey, you know you've always dreamed of going on the road with a wealthy older man. I can't help but poke fun at the male models. I'm sorry. Don't mind me. Just, be out there, okay? 12 o'clock for the model selection on Sunday, and then 2 o'clock the fashion show. Congratulations, and may the best people win the job. This is terrific. I mean, very rarely do I get information, coming across my desk to really turn you on to something like modeling. And this is a quick turnaround. It's not like go to the school, get your headshots, and then go on go-sees. This is all that stuff in one. This is fabulous. Exfoliate the night before, get everything together, and look your best, man. Saturday, April 30th at 12 noon. At the Queens Center Food Court. And I don't care if you live in Neptune, New Jersey. If you're interested in being a model and you're a man, go. Queens is not on the other side of the atmosphere. Adventure out. You know what I mean? I mean, you tell these people this. I not these people, but you tell certain people, it's not on the other side of the world. Take the adventure. And then you meet people in Jersey City who've never been to Manhattan. It's like, what the hell? Do you get it? I know people in Brooklyn who I've met through like my travels, from who've never been to Manhattan. And it's not what you think, like an 85-year-old. It's not like that. There are people who never, they go figure. They think that their entire world consists of, their blocks and their borough. Go figure. What, are you trying to rush me?
No.
Oh.
Just rock it to the beat.
All right. Well, Find Your Way tour. There's having something going on with special guest Fantasia. That wasn't my pause. I wasn't pausing to signal art. I was pausing to figure out who the hell Rassan Patterson is. But that's not for me.
No.
Oh, okay. Who is that?
How you doing?
Oh, gosh.
Ow.
Who is it? Forget all that. Who is Rassan Patterson?
I mean, he's one of the children.
He said he's one of the children. Who is Rassan Patterson?
An R&B singer. Came out years ago, and I guess he's trying to make a reemergence.
Well, he's opening up for Fantasia Saturday, June 25th at the Beacon Theater, and Sunday, June 26th at NJ Pack. For tickets, you can call Ticketmaster to see Fantasia and Rassan Patterson. We've got a button for everybody. Name a star. Oh, Star Jones? There you go. Come on. Stupid, silly. All right, look, we have more commercials. And what are we going to pick from the classic bin?
How about some Aretha Franklin?
Yes, no, we're going to do, all right, look, we're going to surprise you, okay? We got Aretha coming up. Everybody's going to snap their neck. And then we're going to get into the box cutter and the Terror Squad. All right? You're in the hood now, baby. It's the Wendy Williams experience with the radio station playing today's R&B and the classic soul. And Vaughn Harper up at 7 o'clock. It's 107.5 WBLS.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Wendy Williams and Young Dirty Bastard.
With all due respect, Miss Cherry, and there's plenty of women out there like that. You sound like one of those mothers who doesn't let your boy be a man and take on a new family. Because his new family, Miss Cherry, you lived here's his family.
Yeah, he has.
I'm talking about when Dirty was alive. Yeah. I mean, right now I understand Miss Cherry, kind of stepping up, but not really. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we just wish that she would be more of a grandmother to the children. Kids, she don't call them or anything.
Kids, how do you feel about Miss Cherry? Come on, Young Dirt. Young Dirt ready.
Yeah, Young Dirty definitely ready. And she's real stupid right now. Man, if she was right here, I'd beat this out of her.
Oh!
I'll tell you right there.
Your grandmother?
Yeah, my grandma. She ain't no grandma to me, so put it that way. Ooh. This is Young Dirt Dog talking. Get him.
Young Dirt Dog's no liar.
I guess they're going through their emotions, and this is how they feel. There's nothing that came from me. This is what she showed them.
We got him. This is it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man. It's Wendy with the throwback from way back. For Wendy Williams.
Getting it on. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Feeling right today. All right, so here's what I have. I'll take the typewriter. It just adds more dramatic effect. So, in today's New York newspapers, the Post, the Daily News, and whatnot, I don't know if you have this affiliates in your local newspapers yet, but the title of this article is Fat Joe's Rappers Caught in Bloody Box Cutter Brawl with Booing BX Crowd. The BX is the Bronx. Everybody in Shreveport, Louisiana. How you doing? All right. Grammy-nominated hip-hop band The Terror Squad lived up to its name early yesterday when members became embroiled. I could barely hear the typewriter. In a bloody melee as a Bronx audience booed them, police said. 3 patrons were slashed with a box cutter and one smashed on the head with a liquor bottle in a fight at the Crimson Lounge on Webster Avenue in the Bronx. The fight spilled out into the street shortly after 4 a.m. Don't nothing but trouble happen after midnight and 3 a.m. That's a whole nother block of trouble. You know, that midnight to 3 a.m., that's the devil. But the devil, honey, that's 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Police sources said members of the famed 5-person rap ensemble, including leader Fat Joe, were on stage with other musicians at the club when the crowd started raining catcalls. What Miss Honey wrote this article? Raining catcalls? What does that mean? The situation went from bad to worse as band members exchanged harsh words with the crowd. Oh, you want to boo us? F you. Oh, I see. Okay. Authorities said that minutes later, as the war of words continued outside, a musician whipped out a box cutter and slashed 3 people. 2 in the stomach, 1 in the wrist. A second musician allegedly broke a bottle over another man's head. Damn, they were getting it on. Oh, excuse me. They was getting it on. Cops said they did not know whether the musicians who attacked the crowd were members of the terror squad. Okay, so Fat Joe's got to do spin control on this. The group's publicist, Amy Morris, last night denied that member... Okay, well, she does what a publicist does. She said she told the Post that Fat Joe and another member were in Virginia. Thank God Fat Joe wasn't directly involved. While a third was at home in New Jersey. Okay, at home. Okay. Well, unless there's a time clock there at home. One member, Antonio Tony Sunshine Cruz, was at the club. Oh, that Tony Sunshine. Isn't he the vocalist? He's the singer? Trying to get a rep? No, not Tony Sunshine. Well, Tony Sunshine was at the club, but was not on stage and had nothing to do with the melee. It was unclear where the fifth member was. Well, it only takes one member and one cutter. Two of the victims, Andre Drew, 28, and Joe Bynum, 22, were treated at St. Barnabas Hospital and released. One victim, Sharif Johnson, 23, was unconscious. That must have been the one who got it in the head with the bottle. Oh, gosh, was unconscious and on a respirator in intensive care there. Oh, shout out to his family. The fourth victim, Franklin Denois, 26, was doing well after surgery, his mother said. It was supposed to be a good time, but look at where it got them, says his mom, Mercy Denois, 58. All four victims are residents of the Bronx and have arrest records for offenses including drugs and weapons possessions, according to the cops. What was that one for good?
I don't loot.
Okay. Terror Squad was founded in, yada, yada, yada. Damn. And the picture that they have in the newspaper, I don't know who the one is way to the left, but that's some trouble there. Do you know the Terror Squad when you see him?
Yeah.
Okay, who is that way to the left? Way to the left. Oh, excuse me, way to the right. Screw facing. Who that be?
I don't think he's one of the actual group members. I think he's one of the hangers on.
Who that be?
That's the hanger on.
How you doing, Steve? Jamie, do you know? Well, he looks the grisliest of them all in this picture. The one with the glasses, he don't look like he belonged, but you know what? It's often those ones who are the most trouble. The one with the prescription glasses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That looks like the one where everybody else gets high, they make fun of him. You know what I'm saying? Make him do stuff. Let me see who else is in this picture.
Your boy's in that picture too.
Who do I recognize in this picture?
Praz.
That is not Praz, dumbass.
It's not. Let me see.
I was going to ask who the black one was because Terror Squad, everybody's Puerto Rican except for Remy Martin. Who is that little black man in that picture?
Oh, he's a little black man.
Yeah. Yeah.
They all look alike.
Well, that be what it is until the next time I report. In the meantime, the most popular cocktail at Jay-Z's 40/40 Club is, and does anybody want to try this? Vodka and milk. Maybe that would have put me to sleep last night, nice and early, like a sleeping pill. And the top dessert is fried Snicker bar. Oh, I bet you that's good. And Mariah Carey is slamming her former record label Sony for refusing to release her Snoop Dogg collaboration as a single. Now, Mariah did a track called Cry Baby for her 2000 Rainbow set. And her ex-husband, Tommy Mottola, record label Sony, did not release it. Now, this is what Mariah says. I did Cry Baby with him, meaning Snoop, but Sony didn't want to release it as a single because, well, I don't know why, some stupid reason. They were always against the whole rap thing. Snoop loves my old records. He was very cool the first time we met. He was going on about how much he loved my song Vision of Love. He had the single when he was in jail. Oh, that's nice, Mimi. And they have all kind of reports this week about Kevin Federline smoking in the presence of Britney. You know, that secondhand smoke bit and that whole thing. Yada, yada, yada. Promotes a bunch of dangers to the kid, like, affected lungs and childhood asthma. And if Kevin wants to smoke, he should go outside. That's what, one of the fitness experts says. All right, you guys. I think we accomplished everything except for Us Magazine and the racism. We'll deal with that tomorrow. Lindsay Lohan, we'll deal with that tomorrow. Otherwise, I came and I promised and I delivered. And I hope that you enjoyed. I love you for listening today. Damn sure do. Please do come back tomorrow. A. Marie is caught in the traffic. But don't forget, everybody, her CD entitled Touch is in stores tomorrow. The fabulous A. Marie. Let's not forget. An A. Marie song with Nas is on Wendy Brings the Heat in stores June 28th. Thank you, A. Marie. Thank you, Nas, for bringing that little morsel of heat. I love you for being here. We'll talk tomorrow. Bye.
Peace party people. See you later.
I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night. Program complete.
I mean, where do you want to go with this? Because it's the bonus hour. I got a telephone call earlier from somebody who was actually in the studio when Foxy Brown and Jackie O fought about 24 hours ago. Would you like to hear that phone call? I can replay it. Or you still have it to replay, right?
Yeah.
All right. We could talk about Lindsay Lohan, even though I told the affiliates we wouldn't do it until tomorrow. People are still sounding off about the Florida 675, that little girl and the handcuffs and the school. And I wanted to talk about a couple of other stories going on in the news, like the woman accused of holding up a hair salon after she got a bad haircut. Yeah, well, it happens. And if it's happening in pop culture, it's going down here. The Wendy Williams Experience bonus hour is next on the radio station, featuring today's R&B, classic soul like that damn Aretha Franklin. Oh, rock steady, baby. And, of course, the Wendy Williams Experience, 107.5 WBLS. Thanks.